I worked a 12-hour shift yesterday, got home, passed out early. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? My name is Dr. Safo Asante. I'm the successful IMG. Successful because I'm matched, and I'm here so that you can as well. This week is a little different from the other weeks that I've been working. I usually work about 3 days a week on average, sometimes 4 days a week, sometimes 2 days a week. But this time I decided I'm going to pick up 2 extra shifts. This was on a week that I was scheduled to work for 4 days. So that's a total of 6 shifts for this week, which is unlike anything I've done since I graduated residency. The rigors of residency, right? In residency, you would work 6 days a week on certain rotations, especially the inpatient rotations, and they were intense, especially as an intern, as a third year as well. But you kind of know the way around your way around things. So you have a higher knowledge base, so it's not as bad. But 12 hours is 12 hours. But anyway, I decided to pick up the 6 shifts so that I can get a feel for what it's like doing it now outside of residency, doing it in urgent care. Trying to see how I'm going to be structuring my work days and picking up extra shifts whenever I want to. So I've done two days already this week. I worked yesterday. I worked the day before as well. Yesterday, I woke up around 4:40 or so, usual time around the usual time I usually wake up. Worked out, ate something, went to work, worked from 8 to 8. Most of the cases I saw yesterday were COVID cases. People are coming for COVID tests. They're not that sick. Most of them not that bad. They are asymptomatic, or they might have a couple of flu-like symptoms. We do the test. In my place, we do the rapid test as well as the PCR. So we do those tests, and some of them will test positive, some of them will not. And most of the time, like I said, they're not that badly off, but occasionally you get somebody whose oxygen saturation is low, right? I had somebody that came in the morning, oxygen saturation, we took the pulse ox, oxygen saturation was like 80. I said, what is this? But he'd been out in the cold for a while. His fingers were cold. I warmed up his fingers, put it back on there, 100%. So at least I didn't have to send him to the emergency room. But there are people that come in and their pulse oxygen saturations are that low, and you have to send them to the emergency room because even though they look fine, and that is not oxygen saturation which they can maintain life on for a prolonged period of time. So COVID cases, and then occasionally you get I got the bread and butter cases like some vaginitis cases, some STD tests, and then I got this cool rash case. During the day, I wouldn't say I was exhausted. No, I was not. And the reason for that, I think, is because I work out. I work out every morning, except for weekends. I give myself that. But I work out Monday through Friday. I try to in the morning when I wake up. It's not much, just like a little push-up, sit-up, squats thing. But yeah, I had energy throughout the whole day. But when I got home, I felt it a little bit. I wasn't exhausted, but I was a little tired. I got home and I would eat, I would shower, eat, and then yesterday I watched a TV series. The TV series that I watched was called The Uncanny Counter, and it's a Japanese TV series that's on Netflix. Oh God, I love that TV series. I watched 1 episode, and then I think I read just like a little something, and then I went to bed. My usual routine is, I come home, I had to watch something like I did yesterday, If I have some coaching to do, I would coach. If I have some reading to do, I would read. If not, I'll just watch a TV series, or I'll dabble in a little bit of FIFA. You guys don't know about that. And then I would go to sleep. To me, it felt like I'd gone to sleep a lot earlier than usual. But when I actually do look at it, it's a healthy time to go to sleep. I would go to sleep at 10:30 or like 11:30 at times. 11:30, like yesterday, the day before, like whenever I work. But before, like when I'm not working on a regular day, I would go to sleep at like 12, 1, sometimes 2 o'clock. And that's because I still have a lot of energy to burn, I guess. Because I wasn't exerting myself as much as I did on the days that I worked. So overall, I would say it's not been that taxing, not been that exhausting. But you are working for 12 hours. You are seeing upwards of like 50, 60, 70, 80 patients, depending on the day, depending on the site. So it is work. So you do get a little tired. You burn off a lot of energy, but at least I didn't feel that exhausted. But I did sleep early. And I woke up feeling good. Anyway, this was just a rant so that I can just give you guys like a quick snapshot of how I felt yesterday and how I've been feeling after working 12 hours. I am making a video on the 6 shifts this week, how I felt, and my morning routine, and so on. If you're interested in watching that, just keep an eye on that video. All right, Dr. Wasnt out.